Hey, what's up, guys? Brad here. So it just came to my attention that in February and March, Bill Ackman shorted the market and he was able to turn $27 million into $2.6 billion. That's almost a 100x return from this short play. So I just want to kind of talk about what he did there because this is amazing. For reference, Michael Burry in the movie The Big Short, shorting the housing market, it took him 2 years from when he entered that short position, and his eventual profit was about $800 million. So, talking about Bill Ackman, a $2.6 billion profit effectively, what is that? That's more than 3 times as much as Michael Burry in the movie The Big Short. I don't know, maybe they'll make a movie about this Bill Ackman short. But let's get into what actually happened. So in February of 2020, Bill Ackman he was feeling very concerned about the potential for a global pandemic and its impact on US and global markets. So, initially he was like, oh man, maybe I just need to liquidate everything, go to cash so that I can be kind of ready to snap things up at the bottom when the economy starts to turn around. But then he thought, well, how can I play this so that I don't have to sell everything? How can I protect the downside without liquidating all the assets? Now, he sent a letter to his investors in March. And it said, part of it was, during the past 10 days, we have taken steps to protect the portfolio from downward market volatility. Okay. So what he ended up doing is he essentially bought insurance against corporate bonds. Okay. Not bonds that he owned, just against corporate bonds, right? So how that worked is he was betting that the default rate of corporate bonds was going to go up, okay? And it did go up. It went up, I think, from, 1.5% up to 5% in the month of March, okay? And so essentially what he was doing, he had premiums, credit default swap premiums that he was signed up for to be paying $27 million per month for 5 years. Okay. Now, he was able to cash out his position in less than a month. So he only paid one premium of $27 million. Now, if the bond market hadn't, adjusted like that, hadn't shot up, and he had to pay that $27 million for 5 years, that's 1.6 billion. Yeah, 1.6 billion that he was on the hook for, if this event hadn't happened in corporate bonds. So, but he saw this pandemic as ominous, and that it was going to happen in a very accelerated way. He understands the power of compounding, and obviously with the virus, it has a compounding effect where it was doubling every handful of days, and so he could see what was on the horizon. So he thought, okay, my downside is very limited here, and the payoff could be quite fast, and it was. About 30 days, he turned 27 million into 2.6 billion. That's just insane. So he used basically the same kind of vehicle that Michael Burry used back in 2005 to 2007, credit default swaps. So, I just think it's a fascinating story, and it's not like he did a ton of research into this, which is really interesting. Michael Burry, he really dug in to these loans, these real estate loans, and because of Ackman's experience, he was able to spot this fairly quickly. This way to bet on the market downturn, that the corporate bond defaults would go up if this thing took a turn for the worse. And it's crazy. He basically got out of his position on the 24th of March, which was the peak in the insurance rates for these credit default swaps on corporate bonds. So it's just a really amazing story. Yeah. So that's all I got, guys. Let me know. Am I late to the party here? Did you guys know about this Bill Ackman story? And, it makes me curious as well, how someone might play this similarly moving forward. Obviously, the market has pretty much rebounded, at least the equities market. So, it just got me thinking, all right, how would someone play it at this point where, maybe you still see a massive market decline as, the state of the economy starts to merge with what's happening in the equities markets, if that's even going to happen. But it just got me curious about creative ways to kind of play a short bet where you're really capping your downside. So just wanted to share this story, guys. Let me know what you think of it. And if you're seeing any other big kind of investors like Bill Ackman taking positions like this, betting on a potential downturn in the equities or bond markets. That's all I got, guys. Smash that thumbs up if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. I'm slowly climbing up to 1,000 subscribers, and I would love your support. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.